episode of Timone Show, and I am here with the Comicsgate King, Nasser Ravati. How you
I'm
doing,
not the Comicsgate king.
man? You're pushing boundaries, my man.
More like I'm getting into Twitter arguments all the time.
Hey, that's what's getting you famous, though.
eh, it's lame.
Your Twitter arguments made you 15 grand on a comic book.
No, I actually didn't have that many Twitter arguments. My biggest argument during that was with Cecil. Back then, I didn't have really any arguments, but now I'm getting into tons of them. They're starting to come at me.
I thought you and Cecil were buddies.
Yeah, we are, but we had like one little fight when we were on a stream together for the first time.
I saw something about that on another stream you did with Ethan Van Sciver, where they're like, I watched the whole thing. I think I was even live with it, where they're like, oh yeah, let's invite Cecil. Well, we have to make sure Cecil's cordial though.
Yeah. So what's been good with you, Tim?
Oh man, I've been working a little bit more and doing my staging stuff, making some a little bit more money, and I can get some production and stuff done. And in the meantime, a friend of mine had hit me up recently to help them out with their art gallery that they got set up. Um, I should have said he, but it was only one friend. They're co-owners of this business they got. They have an art studio. They have yeah. He was listing so much shit today after our union meeting tonight. But I'm gonna link up with him tomorrow, and I'll have more and better information on what's gonna be happening.
Cool. So things have been wild on my end.
Yeah,
Uh
tell me more.
Man, the cool part is I started to ship out my first ever comics. It's such a weird feeling, man. Going from going from complaining to you every night to I grossed 15 and a half grand on the first issue. And now my buddy Donald is running our comic called Brutus, and we're 10 days in, we're at 11 and a half thousand.
Man, you need
So
to tell me more about Brutus because I've been failing to ask. And have you been
oh man,
have you been talking
I'm not
about
even
it?
gonna send you the script. I want you to be so surprised.
Nice. Can you give
Actually,
any?
I might have. Did I send you the script?
You
I did
probably
send you the script.
you
Actually, now
probably
that I
did.
think about it, don't read the script, Timone. I know it's tempting.
Man, when's the last time I read something of yours?
I was still in college.
I was still that wasn't that long ago.
But
Oh man.
man, Brutus, it's awesome. It's a space action comedy. It's got so much. It's got so much. It's got a lot of violence,
Yeah.
but it's not like that's the main thing. There's a lot of story to it, and a lot of the jokes are in the background. Like if you look at the preview pages, you could see during an action scene and somebody gets hit, and in the background there's a hand holding a sign that says "ouch." It's stuff like that in the background, but it's cool. So he's a bounty hunter. His memory's been wiped. So like Wolverine, and
Wolverine meets Lobo.
yeah, and so his memory's been wiped, and his past comes back to hunt him down. And he's got his his sidekick named Gideon. You know, the little robot that thinks he's a human. So that's been pretty fun.
Man, that
It's
sounds great. That
it's a,
sounds great.
it's a
And the way
super fun story.
you talk about it with so much passion that like I can just see that it's like it'll be something great.
Yeah, dude, I'm passionate about everything that I write, but it's such a fun story. I cannot wait to get this into people's hands. Man, well Donald's going to be the one to ship it, but this is awesome, man. This is so cool. Like I'm working with a pro that's worked at Image, so that's like super cool.
Dude, that's like that's what you really want to do. You didn't really want to work for Image. You wanted to work with people who works for Image.
Well, I kind of did want to do all my stuff at Image, but I honestly I think I was blacklisted the moment I hit subscribe on Diversity in Comics. I think I've been blacklisted for a year, to be honest. But uh, you're giving me that look, like I know. I forgot where I was going with the. Oh no, now I remember. But yeah, I did want to work there. But I mean, it's just cool. I got this top level talent I get to work with Donald. I got another thing coming up with Sean in January. I got me and Kelsey Shannon doing something in the summer. We're launching The Girl in the Woods. That's a really fun one shot. And Kelsey has worked for everybody pretty much. So it's fun times.
Nice, nice, nice. That's super exciting, man. Like I'm proud. I've never been prouder of you in my entire life.
Timone, I'm telling you, man. I know you're kind of neutral on this stuff, but you got to come over to Comicsgate.
I'm not joining any teams. Like I told you that one time, I was all like, dude, I'm gonna have non comics gators freaking draw your books. And you know I'm not gonna have just some willy nilly artist. You know I'm gonna hire a fucking good artist. You know,
Yeah.
like but I just don't know who yet. I don't know. I'm gonna have Luna do all your books. Not nothing against Luna. Luna just hates Comicsgate.
Yeah, but it's fun times, man. It does get a little stressful though. Like waking up to like, man, I get the weirdest messages. I'm sorry. I was in the middle of packaging books today and I take out my phone and I'm like, let's see what I just missed what I've been missing out on for the last couple hours. Like I today I hardly did anything besides ship out books. And
Nice.
so I check my phone and I see I got a message. So I look to see, and this guy has like 10 questions for me about live streams. He's like, how do I share my screen and how do I do this? And he has like 4 questions for me. I'm like, bro, why are you asking me of all people right now? Like it wasn't like a bad message. I was just like, I'm in the middle of doing all this stuff and you don't really know me.
Yeah, I mean,
It'd
I'm
be
sure.
one thing if we were on the stream together, but it was just kind of random to me.
Right, yeah, and like, like everybody knows a tech savvy person. You know, like why can't you just fucking ask someone that you personally know if I get the information out? You know?
Yeah. But then I get some cool messages too. Like I got a dude today that he's been a big supporter of this campaign of Stardust since I launched it. I don't even know uh I don't even know who he is really. Like I don't know his Twitter and I don't really know his YouTube. Like so I don't know if he's ever watching the live streams much, but like I got a ton of emails from him during the whole Stardust campaign. And he's a cool dude, but he got his copies today and he loved the book and I was just so glad to hear that. Pretty much everybody has liked it except for my little sister gave it a 4 out of 10.
Oh man, your sister's great.
Not really.
Not really.
Do awkward silence.
No, hold on. I was gonna ask you a question. I'm playing Go right now.
Oh,
I'm about to screen share here in a second, just for so people can see this stuff. But I had a question. It's a funny question. For mainly for entertainment purposes. Um, a few quick things on Indiegogo versus Kickstarter.
okay.
Shoot, tell me the pros and cons of both. That from your experience or just your knowledge.
I'd never used Kickstarter, but
He was using
but
Kickstarter as following through with their.
what was that?
It's it seems like everybody who's using Kickstarter isn't following through with their freaking product.
Oh, definitely. And I was thinking about making a video about this today, but I was like, I was in the middle of writing, and as soon as I opened up OBS, I was like, "Ah, do I really want to make a video?" So then I closed it, and then I went back to writing, and then like 10 minutes later, I got the link from Ethan, and I was like, "Ah, I got to be on Ethan's show."
Yeah, yeah. The art for this looks really cool, dude. And for a while, I thought you were working with the Earthworm Jim guy on this because it kind of has that style of
No, their
Brutus,
styles are way different.
like how Brutus's hair and everything, dude. It's like I mean, no, it's like
Okay, maybe the hair, yeah.
I know it's like just like a pompadour, like an Elvis type style thing, but I don't know. It looks cool.
I love it. And Donald was telling me like that Andrew Dice Clay was a big influence in this, and I had no idea who he was. So like
The
for the
Dice Man.
last day, for the last day I've been listening to him. I love him. He's hilarious. It's
Dude,
like I love him and Bill Burr and George Carlin.
what's great about Andrew Dice Clay is like he'll just go up and tell like the same jokes all the time. And like the audience will do the punchlines and shit like with him, like it's a rock show. Like it's like
Yeah.
people singing the fucking songs. Like the audience is telling the jokes along with him. You know, like he does like those nursery rhymes and shit. They're real. Oh my god, he's funny as fuck.
Right. Half the time the jokes are just okay. It's just the way he talks, like his delivery. It's just
Yeah,
like he's that cool dude.
yeah, and apparently he's not like that. Like the real Andrew Dice Clay, like the person that he is on stage is the Dice Man, and like and then according to some research that I've been doing while listening to other comics like Joe Rogan and stuff, apparently the more he's been doing comedy and freaking performing as the Dice Man, the more he's actually been becoming the Dice Man. So like, he's actually becoming the character that he created for his stage persona.
Yeah, from what I listened to, he seemed a lot like he was just putting on a mask or whatever for his performances. There's some people, some comedians that like George Carlin, where it's like I know he's always like this, but for Andrew, I did get that vibe like he's just doing that on stage.
Yeah, definitely. And I don't know if he does any new stuff. There's another guy that kind of looks and sounds like Andrew Dice Clay. I can't think of his name. I've seen him on some shit on the Green Room. The Green Room's a show where all
Oh,
these.
I tried to watch it and didn't like it.
I think I should put you onto a good clip too, where it's just like all the people roasting each. It was just like a compilation of all them roasting each other, and I was like, dude, Nasser should like this. He's a fan of roasts.
Yeah, I did not like it.
Man, oh man, now I just want to think of this dude's name, and I don't know how to find it. How did I open up two Indiegogo tabs? All right. Oh man, let's see if I can Google that shit. Comedian that looks like Dice Clay.
That's like the weirdest Google search.
I'm doing it, dude. I don't have a mic right now because my chair is squeakier than yours.
Yeah, I could hear a lot of problems right now since you don't have a mic. Man, you need, are you at least using headphones?
No, I'm not using headphones.
Headphones might help.
I should do images. Image search. None of these people. Only this is like a Dice Clay fucking lookalike right here.
Yeah, you're gonna need to edit this part of the video out.
Oh, it's live. We're live right now.
Yeah, I know, but you're still gonna have to take this down and then edit it out.
I think it's fine. Speaking of comedy, dude, I'm gonna be doing my first club on Friday. I'm
Sweet.
excited. I'm excited. Ivan helped me pick out the set because I only have 5 minutes. So Ivan helped me pick. He's listened to all my stuff, so he helped me pick out jokes I should do for my set, and then I changed it. And I think I'm gonna hit, dude. I think I'm gonna hit hard, man. I'm like, but I don't want to think I'm gonna do well. I want to be up there, fucking like thinking I'm gonna bomb.
So let me tell you this, Tim. I got a question for you, not to take not to take us off subject here, but I got a question.
Absolutely.
So today I've heard from at least two, maybe three people on Twitter. They're all like, you're ruining your career before it begins, blah blah blah. And then I had one dude that was like, stop what you're doing, and then in 10 years try to get into comics, and maybe we'll all forget about the stuff you've done. And they're all like, you're ruining your career. Uh so does grossing 15 and a half grand on the first issue, and then 11 and a half grand 10 days into the second one, does that look like I'm ruining my career to you, or what?
No, and frick, dude, the motivation and stuff that you got from the first 15 grand on Stardust is fucking that's pushed you so far, dude. Like, you got people, you're working with fucking pros and shit, dude, and you're making
Right.
Brutus, and like, man, dude, I still haven't backed Brutus yet. I'm going to tomorrow because I know I'm getting another check on. I'm getting paid Thursday and Friday from my two different jobs, so I'll have plenty of money to back. I'll probably do a bit because I told you I was going to do the one tier, like the $25 tier or whatever. And I think, let me look at these now. I think I'm going to select. I might do the 40.
Sweet.
I might do the 70. I won't go higher than 70.
Nah, do the 100.
Fuck you, I'm broke.
Yeah. Hey, you want to see who's doing the variant cover for the Stardust second print?
Yeah.
Look up. I might have sent you his way already, but on Indiegogo, type in Asgard.
Asgard. All right, here we go. 1 second. This shit takes forever to load on my computer. Asgard. Is that it?
Yeah, Asgard Chapter 1.
All right. That shit looks fantastic. The art for this looks great.
Dude, just wait till you keep scrolling through what he's
I'm,
got.
I'm about to. Here in 1 second. I'm not watching the video. Shit, how many days left?
Dude, your thing is lagging so bad.
I know. Dude, I'm telling you, this computer's a piece of shit. And I'm gonna upgrade my computer before I upgrade on any sort of mic or anything. This was dope. Oh shit, dude.
Right.
Oh shit. Oh man. I like the little generic looking city.
Me too, man. I love this dude. This is my boy Ben.
Oh shit.
Right.
We're about to get naked in this bitch. He's putting dialogue in this stuff too. Well, and I kind of feel like I'd be against some narration and friggin' word bubbles and stuff on my I know I guess some people need to see how it's written, but not on every page, like you got to give us some sort of a like I can read freaking how many pages is this book?
Uh I honestly don't even know.
Oh shit, dude. I might back this one too. So now I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go to the $50 one on yours, and I'm gonna back one of these. Head sketch and I'll do the $25 one for this one. Fuck yeah. 25 days left. Cool, I got plenty of time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an awesome one. And then so that's cool. And then for my and Sean's next project in January, I'm gonna have a variant cover from John Malin of all people, dude.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I actually know that. I actually recognize that name. I don't know from what,
Yeah,
but
because he did some issues of Cable recently.
okay.
Yeah, 150 to 154, I think. Well, recently, it's been like a year or more, probably.
Right on. Right on. Man, I'm
I don't
just
even
dude,
know where I'm gonna get the money to pay him.
man, just keep on pumping out these other projects, man. You'll and just try to save a little bit of it just to pay on for the next project, you know, like don't spend all your profits in one place.
Dude, I hope I'm gonna make a lot after I finish shipping the stuff out. My mom's all like, "What you gonna do with the money?" And I'm like, "Make more books." And she's like, "But you got 25 grand in student loans." I'm like, "Ma, come on, let me keep the money. I worked for it." Oh man, this search for a day job sucks.
She does have a point though, man. Like, but I think everybody that successfully made it through college spends like years fucking paying off their loans. And if you keep on pumping out these badass Indiegogos up to the point where you can actually start printing monthly, dude, you'll be able to pay that shit off no problem.
Well, I don't know if we'll get to monthly. Uh, here's my plan. I'm gonna build up a big backlog, and then after I got enough content, I'm gonna try and get it into Diamond so we can get into the shops.
Nice. Yeah, that's what I'm doing first. Like once I get my stuff done, I'm gonna just try to my hardest just to get through Diamond, and if I can't, then I'll do an Indiegogo for an already completed book that I paid for out of my own pocket, and yeah, and then people will be able to get the product right away. They just got I just got to hit up Mark and be like, hey, we got to do some actual special stuff for this. I can't pay you right away until the Indiegogo is done, but he totally be down. Like I know he's like fucking hella busy with all the projects and stuff he's doing. He just started his own company. And
Yeah.
we're the same age. He makes me so jealous.
Oh man, I'm not gonna get into what I was gonna say. Never mind.
Do it. Do it.
No,
Say it.
no.
I'm gonna forever be curious.
I'll tell you off stream.
All right. Faggot. You faggot, Nasser.
Do.
We got 2 viewers. Is anybody chatting? I have
I
no
don't even have
idea.
the chat up. I'm gonna pull it up now.
That's
I didn't think we'd
what
get
I'm
any
doing.
viewers.
I'm gonna pull it up.
Huh?
It says we have 2 viewers on the. Pull off that sound. No, man. Everything's so goddamn slow.
I see one dude. I don't know how to say his name.
How can you see who is watching?
You can, but this dude sent a message to the chat.
Oh, Auntie Stone, give me your milk. Fuck you, Dylan. Fuck you, Dylan. I'm gonna fucking even type you. Fuck you, Dylan. I don't know if you're still listening. This kid's a coworker of mine. He sucks. There we go. Nasser, dude. Remember when I used to be your hero and now you're my hero?
um, I don't know. I don't think I'm anybody's hero right now.
I get to choose who my heroes are. Dagnammit.
Nah, I think I need to be a little more successful to be somebody's hero. I do nothing but sit here in the basement all day, Tim.
Dude, that's what I do. That's my life.
But you at
My
least make
dog,
money.
my dog is so mad at me. You're making money. Get the fuck out of here. My dog is mad at me right now. He's just fucking chilling. And he fucking. I've been gone all day. I've been gone since freaking 2:30 in the morning until about like 9:30 tonight. Oh my god. And I haven't slept. I haven't slept in like uh the only sleep I've gotten is in like car rides and shit for like the past 72 hours. Sorry, I keep on checking
Interesting.
out my dog. Sorry, I keep checking out my dog, man. I had to give him some rawhide. He's in my office with me and he's being super irritating. But I haven't seen him all day, so I need him in here with me. We're buddies.
Okay, I got a question I've been wondering about. You still got that
Yeah.
Spider-Man 300?
Yes, I do. But Matt Colbeck just recently hit me back up about it.
Ah, you're kidding me.
I'm not kidding you, man. He hit me up, but then he's like, "How much was it? Did I say I was going to pay for it?" I'm like, "I offered 60, but you told me you couldn't pay that low, so you were offered me 100." But then I've had other people. I didn't say who. I've had other people even offering me more, but I was holding it for you mainly. And then, but then I didn't hear from him for a while. So I was like, "Fuck, I might just unload it." To You're the next best person to fucking have it.
Next best.
Yeah. Well, because I know you're a big Toddy fan. I don't know necessarily a Spider-Man. I know you do like Spider-Man, but I don't know if you're like a huge Spider-Man fan.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
But I mean, I got my obsession with Todd, so
Yeah. Yeah. So like that's why I say you were like the next best option or whatever. Because like otherwise it'd be like Shannon or something. I'm pretty sure he already has it, and I know you
oh yeah,
like.
Shannon probably does.
I'm gonna desecrate it. I'm gonna freaking sign
I would strangle you.
it.
Bro, I would
No,
drive on the highway, get to you, and then strangle you.
dude, I know it'd be serious then because you'd be driving on the highway.
Right, that's why I brought it up.
That's what I'm saying. That's how I know what I'm saying. That's how I know it'd be serious. I'm like, oh fuck, dude, Nasser's that I'd lock all my doors and shit. You're like, I know your garage code. I'm like, I never told you my garage code. You never had to tell me your garage code.
Beep boop, beep boop.
Oh yeah, you're a robot. I forgot about that.
It's funny, like, um, in Zach's video, I think from today, I think from no, maybe it was last night. He he mentioned me, and he was like, he's like, and we got Nasser, who's half Arab and half robot American, and I was dying. Zach called me a robot. I didn't even know he knew the joke.
Yeah.
'Cause he never comes into the live streams or anything.
But you already know, dude. He stays on top of everything that's going on. He constantly buys comic books that he doesn't like just to do a bad review on
Eh, I don't
them.
blame him though. I
Just
mean,
do.
it's his channel. He could do what he wants.
I know, and I think it's actually kind of funny, like because sometimes he'll buy a book that he expects to be bad, and then it ends up being good. He's like, I'm not going to rip this one in half. This one's actually good.
No, but I mean, he does promote good books. Like the other day, I mean, he even tweeted about it, where he showed a screenshot of his last like 8 videos or something, or maybe like 6 videos, and like all of them were pretty much recommends. And he gets a rep for doing just bad video or bad comics, but I mean, he does good ones all the time. But I
Yeah,
can't blame him because I really don't care when people say a book is good. Like, I mean, okay, I care to a degree because I'll probably pick it up if it's good, but that's all you got to tell me is it's good. Like, I
yeah,
don't really care for reviews if it's good, but if it's bad, I'm like, all right, now show me what's up.
right. But then sometimes I'm about to throw some shade. sometimes I feel like you'll take his full opinion to whole heart and not even read the book yourself to get your own personal opinion
Um,
on it. Because like you, every Wednesday when we show each other our comic book videos, and then one year or one week I showed you a bunch of stuff, and you're like, why you only buy bad books? I was like, I was like, how do you know they're bad when you don't even read them?
I've
I
read
didn't
some of them,
take
but
the time.
I've read some of them, but I mean, when I see a, when I see like three or four different videos from different YouTubers and it's of the same book, I mean, I'm gonna pretty much get the same understanding of it as if I even read it. Um, I mean, it's not like I'm just watching one video that's just one dude's opinion. Uh, but I don't know. There are still tons of times we disagree, me and Zach. I mean,
Yeah,
uh, Immortal Hulk #1. I read it. I loved it. I was telling everyone like Immortal Hulk. Excuse me, a burp
just
slipped
just a
out.
little.
But Immortal Hulk, I was all like, bruh, you guys. I was like, y'all got to get Immortal Hulk. Zach hated Immortal Hulk. I'm
Yeah,
trying to think of the opposite where I hated a book and then he loved it. I know it's happened before, but I can't think of an example off the top of my head. I would have to scroll back. But
yeah. We don't have time for any of that shit. But if you do find out, I'd love to know either privately or on like a long box episode. Since long box is your show on my channel, it's like uh, I don't know, I don't know. I like it though. I like I like you.
yeah, we'll get a long box going sometime.
Yeah, well, long box will come back again. This Nasser's been busy. I've been busy. Depression has a lot of things to do why I haven't been doing a lot of my sort of reviews. I really enjoy doing those too. I was like, man, like
Yeah, our schedules used to match up like so well.
that was
And
before I had a job with a schedule. That was back when I was just doing stagehand stuff, and I was pretty much free all the time.
yeah, I really need a job. I can't say it enough.
And you'll get there. What happened with that bank thing you were gonna do?
I've applied, but nothing's really happened.
Damn, I'm surprised you're not streaming with Ethan right now. He's got
I
a live.
was. I got off to talk to you.
Oh, dude, you're so cool. And they're still going hard.
Yeah.
Oh, there's like 100 people on there.
Oh yeah, Ethan's doing this new thing where after like 7 or 8 of us get on, he posts the link for the whole live stream for all the viewers to go on. So then we'll meet like 6 or 7 new people each night. So that's been like super cool.
Okay. Okay, so you're inviting fucking fans and shit in now.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Cool, man.
that's pretty sweet.
I need to get on that shit. I need to watch some of these and get on that shit, man, because they're usually late night streams, and I'm a late night type of guy.
Oh
And
man, I hate it. I hate when it's like super late night because Uh, okay, I prefer to write in the morning, but like right now I've been getting stuff done like with the Indiegogo, so I haven't been writing till like nighttime. So like I was writing and then what's it called? I'm bad with this. Sorry, I was writing and then I was gonna do something, but I was like, no, I forgot what the something even was. But I was writing and I'm like, I gotta I want to stop to do this thing, but no, I'll just keep writing. And then like 10 minutes later on my phone, the link from Ethan popped up and I'm like, oh, well, here's the link from Ethan. Got to stop writing.
oh man, yeah, yeah, yeah. We all face those distractions, man. Mine is just like I don't even know. wouldn't want to do anymore. Like I know I want to get these comics, but
Oh,
like
dude, me too.
money has been so tight to even freaking pay Mark. Um, I'm just like desperately waiting for this 20 grand to come in and I can give him the freaking money for like at least the first book. And it's and like just I have no idea when this money's coming. Like I read and reread and reread the email that my lawyer gave me, and there's no date on there at all when I could be approximately receiving this money.
Oh man, I don't even know what I want to do either. Like, I don't know, man. All my books I was writing, I haven't written them in months because I can't put out a monthly right now. So I got to do like shorter stories, and I prefer when it comes to comics, I prefer to do longer stories.
Right. Um. I have to wait till I read the full Stardust finished project to see how you do on one shots, man.
Oh
But
man, your thing sent out today.
yes, I should be getting that shit this week.
Yeah, some people already have. So it's been super weird to finally see my comic in people's hands.
Nice.
Hey,
Oh,
you got to send
I'm definitely gonna send you a picture when I get my freaking 11 books.
bro, you got to send a picture of him to Janie and piss her off.
Oh, dude, I'll definitely do that. Speaking of her, dude,
Oh, I already seen another. I'm leaving Facebook for good this time,
dude, hit
guys.
me up on
Hit me up on
Discord.
Discord. I'm like, what? She's on Discord now.
All right, here's another question I got for you.
All right.
Here's what do you have to say to all the anti-comics gators who claim that this comics gate is just a hive mind of
We
racist,
say every day we're not a hive
racist,
mind.
huh?
Said we say every day that we're not a hive mind.
Do you?
Yeah.
No. You're all a bunch of racists and bigots and misogynists and
Oh man, all they
uh
gotta do is watch a live stream for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and they know that none of this is true. That's why they never
dude,
get on a stream with us to debate. They know they got
I've
nothing to go on.
I've actually been trying to say that to people and they're all like, no, fuck that shit. Freaking Ethan Van
Right.
Sciver
They're dumb on purpose.
has a signature where he's a not or he has that swastika signature. I'm like, he did that shit as a joke. Like people can't be funny anymore. Like, I don't know.
Bro, that's why I'm listening to Andrew Dice Clay, and I'm like, I don't know if this dude still tours, but if he did, I mean, man, these blue haired weirdos would go after him so hard.
Yeah. Dude, we definitely got to hit up a comedy club in Chicago before I move.
Yeah, yeah. One of these days.
My buddy Liam lives out in Chicago, and he's been doing comedy out there, and he could probably link us to a good place to go.
Do you
I
know
don't
what?
I don't want to perform. I want to watch some shit, you know, fucking with
Do
my
you know
buddy.
yet when you're moving? Aren't you still? Are you waiting on the 20 grand first, or what were you doing?
Ivan has been helping me look for places and jobs and stuff out there, and well, I know I'm not going to be able to move until I get that money, but I also think I'm going to wait a while. Like if I get the money like at end of this year, I'm probably going to wait until after April so we can still do C2E2 and like because I love C2E2. It's one of the best cons in Illinois, and
It's the best one.
I don't know. I've never been to ASIN, so I'm never. But I yeah, dude. C2E2 has it all though, and I really enjoy it. And so I do want to do another C2E2 before I move. So like we'll definitely see each other before I fucking go.
Yeah, yeah. C2E2. I mean, I hope it's lit, but I don't know. Some people kept Mitch and Elizabeth out of going to a con. They kept like harassing them and contacting the con, and they're all like, "You can't let these people go," even though they never get into Twitter arguments. And I don't know how they do it, but they're like the nicest people I've ever seen. And I'm just like, man, I'm worried if I get into Artist Alley that some of these people are going to say stuff. Like I already had one person in the C2E2 group say something to me. Uh, I posted the link to Mine Donald's Indiegogo, and the dude comments, "Here's some examples of their writing," and he's posting like screenshots of like Twitter arguments, and it's like look, it's like when Mark Wade harassed Antarctic, and then months later he harasses Alterna, both owned and operated by Asian men, and Peter Samedi. Uh, I mean, you could go watch his like 3 hour long live stream about this
I
called
did.
like the state of Alterna.
I
And
did.
Peter Samedi talks about how he was driven to almost committing suicide. And
Yeah.
after that, I was like, wow. I started the hashtag Mark Wade hates Asians. And
And then here's the thing that people get wrong about Peter Samedi. Like, yes, Peter Samedi did ban people from using Blackbox that worked for his company, but from spoken by our mutual friend Terry Mayo, um, the creators were free to block people individually if they wanted. They just
yeah,
weren't allowed to use Blackbox. So like, and Terry's like, dude, I don't give a fuck, dude. Like, I just want to
yeah,
make
Terry's
comics and do
normal. I love Terry.
it. He's cool as fuck, dude. I met him on the fucking shuttle at C2E2,
Yeah.
and oh man, he's great, dude. He's a Dallas Cowboys fan, kind of like I used to be when in the '90s. And but every time I see anybody wearing Dallas Cowboys gear, I'm just like, yeah, dude, this is where it's at.
Yeah. But this dude was posting stuff like that. And I don't know. I'm just like, so what are you trying to get out of this? Like you're trying to. I don't know what he's trying to say about me. It's like, well, Peter Samedi's my friend, and I mean, I'm not just gonna sit by and like let my friend get picked on. So I don't know. I don't know what he's got against Peter Samedi. These people are weirdos. They're talking about, oh, but Blockbot stop harassment. It doesn't stop harassment. There are a dozen people you gotta mute, and then Twitter becomes cool again. Like literally, it's like I could see it being 2 dozen people max. You got to mute or you got to block. And that's what I've done, and I've pretty much muted everyone except like 3 idiots because it's actually sort of amusing. But you got to mute most of them, and then you just like don't hear about it anymore, and it's just like whatever. Like
I mute you every day.
pretty
No, I
much.
don't. I'm kidding. I've never muted you ever.
But yeah, I've muted people and blocked people on Twitter, and it becomes a lot more tolerable. I mean, but people still show me like the weird stuff, and then it's like,
Yeah. Sorry about that. I had to grab a charger. When I
rip.
do these live streams, man, my battery dies quicker. It's not near dead, but uh, man, so with all the success you've been having, and I know it's mighty stressful, but does it make you feel like you're a better man?
Um, hmm. Define better man.
Oh man, just picture yourself like just last year, and then picture yourself now, dude. Do you feel like you're a better man?
I mean, I still feel pretty much the same. I mean, I guess now I have a book out, and I mean, I've always tried to act professionally, but I mean, now I got to act even more professionally. um, but I mean, that's really it. I don't see much of a difference. I think I've always, for the most part, still I've always been the same person.
Do you feel at all that you should tone down at all on any of your attacks? The like, I know
Wait. I don't attack anybody.
you started the freaking uh whoever it was is a racist. Fucking Mark Wade's a racist or whatever. And I've
Or
seen
Mark Waid, or are you talking about John Layman?
John, one of them, the one, oh no, it's Mark Wade hates Asians.
Oh
I
yeah, well, I mean,
saw that
okay.
I saw
I
that
say this,
hashtag everywhere.
I say this every time. Uh, for Mark Wade, for John Layman, for those guys, maybe they haven't said something totally racist, you know, but if I use their own rules when they tell us, oh, any of your guys' criticism equals racism and harassment, I use their own rules back. So when I say Mark Wade hates Asians, I mean he's harassed, real harassment towards two Asian publishers. So I
Yeah,
feel if I use his own rules, I could say that. And actually, that's the only one I don't feel bad about. I don't feel bad about that one. But even with all the nasty stuff John Layman said to me, when I called him racist, and I even though I said I'm only saying this because I'm using his own rules against him, I still felt bad for that. And and I know he doesn't feel bad about anything he said to me. He's called me a cum rag. He's called me. He had like 20 something tweets throwing insults at me,
I
and I
haven't
know
called
he didn't.
anybody a cum rag since like seventh grade.
Right. But
I
well, it's just
I
nasty.
use class I
But
use
but
classier insults now, dude. I call people like you fuck you, you fish stick, or
but well, just let me finish. But
sorry.
he's like 50, and he's coming after me, some kid that's just barely 21, and he's throwing all these insults at me. It's pretty weird, but and I know he doesn't feel any regret about it. He doesn't really care. He's just a weirdo that's full of himself. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a softie, but I feel bad. Even just saying like I'm using his own rules against him, but at the same time, he kind of deserves it. And I mean, we could keep applying their logic. Like I never seen him say any of this about a white dude. He goes after me constantly, and I'm a minority. So if I use his own rules, I mean, I can call John Layman a racist. I could call Mark Wade a racist, and that's the one I don't feel bad about. Mark Wade is terrible. Man, if I had knew how terrible he was when I had started reading comics, I wouldn't have bought any of his stuff. There used to be a comic book company called CrossGen. I think they went out of business in like I want to say '04 or something. And CrossGen, man, I forgot the guy's name, but he was Mark Wade's boss. And Mark Wade was mad at him for whatever reason. Mark Wade sends this man a black wreath with a note that says, "What would your dead wife think of you?" And I'm like, man, Mark Wade is a psycho. And I hear all these stories about him throwing fits, about him like crying on the floor and like slamming it with his fists if something didn't go his way. Uh, he calls uh Antarctic. He calls Antarctic Press. Nobody at Antarctic Press really works there full time, by the ways. Those guys that own it, Joe and Ben Dunn, those guys are doctors. They just do Antarctic Press on the side, and they have for
So
30
they
years.
hire basically independent contractors. Like nobody's on like a payroll, dude. They have to get
Yeah, but like I'm saying, like this is like so what I'm saying is their full-time job is being doctors. And
yeah.
they were getting called like at their hospitals and stuff and being harassed there by Mark Wade and stop doing that face. By Mark
No,
Wade,
that's like that's
by
like
Mark
really
Wade
shocking.
and all the people Mark Wade sent their way. And then so they were like, "Listen, Zach, we've never seen this kind of harassment before. We got to do what's best for us." So Mark Wade got them to get out of the publishing deal. And then we seen Mark Wade and CBR and all these weirdos go after Peter Simeti, almost driving him to suicide. Like Mark Wade's such a nasty person.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad about that. And John Layman's a nasty person too, but these rules are so like sick and weird that I even feel bad just saying like I'm going to use your own logic against you. Like
Yeah.
it's just ugh. But I mean,
See, here's
man,
what I was kind of getting at with my question is like, do you think there could be other more tactful ways to
I've
respond?
tried. Look. Sorry to cut you off there, but if you do a search for me and John Layman on Twitter, and you type in both of our handles, and you look back to our first interaction in May, um, this is how it went, and you could find it. I'm not really even changing a single word of this. He said something like F Comicsgate this, F Comicsgate that, and I came across it and I'm like, wow, man, I can't, I wanted to get Chew because I've heard nothing but good about his book called Chew, but I was like, I can't get it now if you're gonna be like this. And then he
Right.
replies F me, this and that. And I was civil the whole time, and you could even see a couple days later. And by the way, he told me, he's like, but Chew's been out since 2009, so you were never gonna buy it. I was like, that's the dumbest logic. Yeah, the day I started buying comics, I bought every comic I was ever gonna read. But
That shit's expensive. You can't do it.
right, but then a couple days later, he was talking about Chew, and and he's like, I'm writing something for Chew today, but Chew had already ended. Uh, and so I replied to his tweet, and I was like, I said something along the lines of, well, you told me I was never going to buy Chew because it came out in 2009 and it's over. But then today you're talking about writing something new for Chew. And then he kept on with the insults. And I'm like, man, this book sounds like something I'd buy. And he's just like saying, F you this, F you that.
I don't need you as a fan.
Right. And then he like blocks me. And then after that, I tried to call Image like 2 or 3 times. And all I got was a secretary. And that was it. Like the secretary was like, "Yeah, we'll have the publisher call you back, blah blah blah." And I never got any call back. And then, and that was in May. And then, in a tweet a few days ago, I had told somebody about this because I seen them arguing with him. Well, I couldn't see what the argument was because John Layman has me blocked, but I seen someone arguing with him. Like I could see he was tagged, and I was like, "Don't bother with that racist John Layman." I called Image, and
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that video you did. I watched
yeah.
that one yesterday.
Well, the viewers didn't. There are any viewers, but yeah, I called Image 2 or 3 times, nothing happened, and so I was telling this person about it. John Layman seen that and he flipped, and I'm like, why are you gonna flip now? And it's almost October, man. If you were gonna be mad in May. Image never said anything to you, but then I seen some tweets from him today where he's like, Image has my back. So Image endorses this. Image endorses what he has to say, and that's completely weird. Even Eric Larson was retweeting it. Man, Eric Larson's an idiot.
I can just picture your eyes rolling from not this past week's comic video I sent you, but the week before when I bought Archie, like 1949 or whatever. You're like, oh fuck, he's buying Mark Wade shit.
I almost bought that book just for the Francesco Francavilla cover, but I was like, yeah, it's Mark Wade. It's a no for me.
Yeah, I didn't even look at the credits, even though they're right there on the front end cover. I was like, oh, dude, a new Archie book, and it's only a 5-issue run. I'm buying this, dude. I don't care. and then after you said like, oh, dude, yeah, it's Mark Wade, and then I looked at it, I'm like, oh yeah, it clearly does say fucking Wade right there on the fucking cover.
Yeah, but I mean, all that to say, I mean, I was civil with him. Oh, and he wants to talk about me contacting his collaborators. I think you can find this tweet too. Basically, I tagged him and some of his collaborators in a tweet. This was months ago still. And I was like, hey, you guys, does John Layman ask you first before he tells thousands of people not to buy your books? He's keeping money away from you guys. None of them cared. So I don't know why he's bringing it up now, saying like, oh, he kept talking to my collaborators. Like, I talked to him once, John. You were there. Piss off. Like, I just got under their skin so bad. And I'm just sitting here laughing about it. But they're like, man, they got nothing better to do. Like John Layman. I you're part of the cat food crew, but I mean, you do kind of write full time. So
Yeah.
this dude's got a full time job. He's a writer that gets published at Image, the third biggest comic book publisher. But he wants to spend like 2 or 3 days talking about me. I'm honored, man. That's funny. And then
I love
like,
talking shit to children on the internet.
right, like I got under his skin so bad, bro. And there are others too. Like, oh man, Kelly Williams. Oh man, he's such an idiot. I can't wait to give him his books back at C2E2.
Man, I remember you were trying to work with him so hard too.
Yeah,
Like,
he was cool with me. He never had a problem with me. Never
yeah,
had a problem with me.
yeah. You guys
One
were
day out the blue, I was blocked. I only knew I was blocked because there are some artists like him, like Ethan Van Sciver, Francesco Francavilla, Robert Hack, and a few others that I check their Twitters like almost every day to see if they got new art so I could retweet it because I
Yeah,
just love their art so much.
yeah.
I went to Twitter one day, I'm blocked. I'm like, what's going on? I checked Facebook. He deleted me there too. Man, something's up. But man,
I remember just like many months ago, dude. You're all like, "Oh, dude, the shit that I'm doing with Kelly, dude, it's gonna be phenomenal, dude. It's gonna fucking blow your lid." I know
yeah,
I know I'm paraphrasing, but that was like the enthusiasm you had, you know, like, and man, it just sucks to just see like just because you are part of a group, like there were members of there's members of everything that are extreme. You know, like there was members of Black Lives Matter that like were totally extreme and like totally fucking like threw out what the cause was really about.
right.
You know, and then there's like maybe Comicsgate was started by fucking racists or whatever and fucking whatever.
It
No,
wasn't.
I'm just saying whatever it was. But it's pushed new members in who aren't that way and they just want fucking comics, dude. That's all it is about. Is like we just want comics.
Right. Like I don't even
Uh,
care if you like or hate Comicsgate. Like I don't even think Sean, the Stardust artist, I don't even think he knows what Comicsgate is. I don't even know if he's ever heard of it. Like
I, I would know nothing about it if I wasn't friends with you, to be honest, dude. Like
right. Like or like I don't know, I'm cool with Dalen and he hates Comicsgate. I don't really care. I'm cool with Dalen. Well, I would say I'm cool with Brian, but I think Brian hates me.
I don't think he does, dude. I just like Brian is. I've had Brian on my show once, man, and like Brian is just something else, man.
Every time
He's just like he's always straight to the point, dude. It's like you know how like guys just like to like trail off sometimes in conversation. Like if you bring up something
yeah.
like dude, he'll instantly like when I do that, he'll fucking acknowledge it, but then he'll be like, all right, back to the fucking point. And I'm like, damn.
Okay, well here this is how it is with Brian. Every time I talk, I feel he always got to be like, well, actually, and then he like tries to correct everything I say. Like that's totally Brian. Brian's like pretty weird about that stuff. I feel every time I talk, he gets mad. That's why like if I see him talking in the group chat, like or replying to me in the group chat after I start talking, I just close it. Like it's always an argument. If I'm like I could pop in like, yo, I just saw this movie on Netflix, loved it. He's like, oh man, you love that, huh? That sucked. And then it's like, and then I'm like, bruh, I just seen this movie. It was terrible. He's like, what you talking about, man? You don't know movies. I'm like, what can I say that we agree with, Brian? Because like I don't like to talk around you. You make me feel uncomfortable.
Man, there's all one thing we all have in common though. We don't like Brandon.
Yes. Although
Brandon,
I think Brandon might be Comicsgate.
dude, he totally is, dude. He totally is, dude. Like, and
I don't know. He has me
like
blocked. He's had me blocked for like a year, so I never see what he posts. Does he know what Comicsgate is?
I don't think he does, but I can totally just see him being on board. Like, take all this fucking shit you're putting in comics out of comics. I haven't talked to him in a while because he kind of hates me, and then I called him out on hating me. He's like, I don't hate you. And I'm all like, and I told him like what he said. I was like, I mean, dude, you told me that you want nothing to ever do with me, dude. I'm pretty sure that means you hate me, right? He's like, no, I just totally disagreed with what you had to say about some shit.
How did any of y'all ever like him?
I thought he was funny. That's really like I thought he was funny, and sometimes he had like, and this is when I was like fresh into ATG. I thought this dude was like literally knew everything about like Daredevil and Ninja Turtles and shit. But then I did my further research. I was like, oh man, he doesn't know shit, and
Right.
he doesn't know shit. And then that even confirmed it fucking harder when I did my show with Brian. Because like I don't talk to Brian all the time. Like that was the first time I talked to him for like a real long time, and it was like intimate and shit, you know. And we did probably like a 20-minute segment just on fucking like Brandon and people like him, like how they fucking like just because it's your favorite hero. Like Spider-Man's my favorite hero, but I don't know anything that I don't know everything that's happened to him, dude. I fucking like all my knowledge is through some comics, mostly cartoons, And
Okay, this is
movies.
gonna sound hypocritical of me, maybe a little bit, but honestly, I don't think you really have to even remember any of this stuff about the characters. Like when like people are like, "Oh, I have everything memorized. I could say it all off the top of my head." Like, and people think that's like how to determine if you're a real fan of something. But I don't think
It
that's
is a
really
tremendous
necessary. Like,
skill. It is a tremendous skill to have to be able to do that. But like, yeah, it doesn't
yeah,
determine like how big of a fan you are. Yeah,
yeah, because like I don't know, it's weird because it's like okay, let's talk Spider Man, and then uh, I mean we could. It's hard to explain the way I'm saying it. I hope it makes sense.
I got a good example right here. Um, Nerd Talk with Chris Jones. I'm personal friends with Chris Jones, and um, he's always fucking posting some shit about fucking like real fans do this, and he's fucking showing that he bought all these fucking movie tickets on Fandango before the movie comes out, and he's already got like the best seats or whatever. This is how real fans treat their franchises. I'm like, no, dude, because sometimes your schedule conflicts with when the movie's gonna come out and all this shit, dude. Like, and like, I'm definitely gonna do my job like and earn money before I go and spend money to go see a fucking movie opening night and all this shit. You know, like I don't even like crowded theaters. I'm not going to see a movie opening night because I don't want to fucking be in that big ass crowd, not get the seat I want. And, you know, like I'm gonna go and see it like a week later and like get a good seat. You know, but then this motherfucker don't even read comics. So like. I'm like, how the fuck are you a real fan when you don't even read comics, dude? Like, get the fuck out of here. He reads manga. He reads manga. That's fine. But like, when you're talking about fucking going to see the Venom movie or going to go see fucking Guardians of the Galaxy, or whatever, you don't even read the shit, dude. How are you a real fan? You know, like.
That's funny.
And it is Guardians of the Galaxy did have some episodes on Avengers Assemble, or either Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes or Avengers Assemble, or maybe in both. Guardians of the Galaxy had some episodes and shit on there, but that was the only outside source besides comics that Guardians of the Galaxy has ever had. They've never been on video games. Before their movie, now they're on all sorts of shit. But before their movie, dude, they were just like, get the fuck out of here.
All right, so I guess this episode is pretty much like about Comicsgate or whatever. But I gotta get off in like 20 minutes. Because I got to shower and then sleep. I still got gel in my hair.
I gotta do the same thing, dude. I went straight to freaking doing this with you before showering and stuff. I'm a pile of filth right now. I was
Yeah.
side in the parking. We were in the parking lot of the United Center, freaking tearing down tents and shit all day. For it was some tennis thing that we were tearing down. They built like this big ass tent that had an indoor tennis court inside of it, and then there was all these gold ass Wilson brand freaking tennis rods and shit. And I'm like, dude, I wonder if Serena Williams showed up here at all and just started fucking smashing rackets and fucking doing all sorts of shit.
But yeah,
I don't know if
so
you're familiar with any of that shit that happened with Serena Williams last week.
what was that? Sorry.
I don't know if you're familiar with any of the stuff that happened with Serena Williams last week, but that shit was fucking crazy.
No, I know nothing.
You know who she is, right?
But yeah, I know who she is, but I don't know what happened.
All right. So she was losing this tennis match, and her coach, apparently you're not allowed to receive coaching during a match or whatever. Like, and her coach is like coaching her, and he's like doing some shit like this, like, "Ugh," and and she acknowledges it, but then she keeps on arguing with like the ref or the umpire or whatever it's called in tennis. She keeps on arguing with him. She's like, I did not receive coaching. Yeah, I saw my coach doing this, but I did not receive coaching. Blah blah blah. I do not cheat. She keeps on arguing with the umpire, and that automatically gives you a flag where you lose like a point or you lose some points or whatever. And then you get 2 flags, you lose even more points. You get 3 flags, you lose a whole game. And like, because they do like, I think they they do like a number of games, and then like the best of the best like wins the actual match or whatever. Uh, this is the extent of my tennis knowledge, and but yeah, so she keeps on arguing with the umpire or whatever, and she's like, I'd rather lose the game than cheat. But I don't cheat, blah blah blah. But she keeps on arguing with the motherfucker, and he's all like, dude, like, and he's just looking at her like, dude, shut the fuck up, dude. You just like, you. So yeah, she's just throwing tantrums and shit the whole time. She's losing to this fucking new. She's this brand new tennis player, dude. She's not a rookie. She's been at it for maybe like a couple of years. This little Asian girl, dude. She's not little. She's actually pretty strong. Um, Not like Serena Williams, freaking She-Hulk buff, but oh man, dude, it was just crazy, dude. She fucking and then she like takes her racket, like slams it on the ground and shit, dude. And it's fucking completely destroyed and dismantled and shit, dude. Like, oh man, it's fun. You can find some clips on it online, dude. It's fucking great.
Anyways, so but yeah, since I gotta go in like 20 minutes or so, did you have any other Comicsgate questions for me or nah?
Oh man, I don't know. I just kind of just think that the best way to attack non-comic skaters is to not attack them and just fucking
No,
just
we're not
ignore.
attacking them. Ethan even
No,
told
when
me
no
today.
when retaliating is still attacking. You know what I'm saying? Like going back and like making the tweets or the hashtags of freaking Mark Wade hates Asians, all
Hey,
that.
that was
I
just
know
on me.
I know it was, but that shit got huge on the DNC Facebook page. That shit was fucking huge. I was like, whoa, dude, this shit's spreading fast. But I here's what I'm saying, dude. Like the best approach to any of it, dude, is just to ignore it, dude, because then they have no fire at all, dude. Like anytime you retaliate,
Okay, I'm just gonna tell you two things. Well,
okay.
first, we can't totally leave it alone because if we do, and then people see it and they don't see any evidence of the other side, they're gonna be like, "Oh, well, all these people must be Nazis." But also, the other thing I want to say is even Ethan today, before the stream started, was telling me like, "Stop arguing on Twitter," and I was like, oh, "Okay, sorry," but like they, we're not really about arguing on Twitter, but I mean, it
I
does
mean, that's
happen,
just
I
you.
guess.
That's you, I guess. Like, but you're so big now, dude. You're like you are actually a huge representative of comic.
Mm,
Whether
no,
you,
I wouldn't say I'm huge. I have like almost no YouTube presence, and I only have 2,000 followers. Like everybody's got more than me.
I don't.
I'm talking about Comicsgate though.
Yeah, but you're also brand new too, and like and
Eh, I wouldn't say brand new.
you're brand new, dude. You're fresh out the gate. You just did your first book, dude. You're fucking brand new.
Oh, I thought you meant new to Comicsgate.
You're brand new to comics, Day. Kind of like you've been with them for like a year or
Yeah, it's been
so.
a year.
Yeah, but you weren't even like extremely public. I mean, you probably were on Twitter and stuff, but like you weren't known until that moment you stood up to fucking CB at fucking comment C2E2.
Yeah.
That's what got you fucking known, dude. That was your first fucking YouTube video post, and that shit fucking blew up huge. It was awesome, dude. It was great, dude. It was like nobody even thought about fucking asking the fucking head of Marvel these questions fucking face to face, you know? Like nobody even thought about doing that, dude. And you did it, and you were the man after that, dude. Like
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't think I'm really like a big representative of Comicsgate, but I mean, I'm usually just civil with people on Twitter unless unless they're degenerate or disingenuous first, then I mean, well, I'm not going to go hard in the paint against them and throw insults, but I mean, if they're being an idiot, I'm going to tell them so. I'm usually nice though, I
your,
think.
your version of being civil is a stretch from most persons' versions of being civil.
Nah, but I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. They always want to cry, Comicsgate's harassing us. And then as soon as John Layman uh, starts attacking me, sends a couple weirdos into my mentions. As soon as that happens to me, all I seen Kurt Busiek patting John Layman on the back, Ron Mars too, Eric Larson, Tony Moore. I see all these guys giving him a pat on the back. All these people like Max Visaggio and all these other ones that want to cry harassment. I mean, when it comes to me, they keep their mouths shut. I see all these people giving each other pee touches. It's just, I hate it. I don't see. Okay, Bill Sienkiewicz wanted to go on his long rant, calling us all KKK members, saying we're a hate group, we're full of harassment. But
those
when I get harassed,
response
Bill
tweets were
Sienkiewicz
like
shuts his mouth. When
those.
I get harassed,
Hold on,
Jeff
hold on.
Lemire shuts his mouth.
Yeah, those response tweets when he's all like, when I think it was Layman that was like, "You never said KKK." I'm like, he didn't say KKK.
Oh no, that was Tony
Heavily
Moore.
implied it. He heavily implied it. He's all like, "You guys are just like a clan, partially with the fucking K involved in it, in like
Right.
or whatever." And I'm like, dude, he where in this post did he say KKK? And then you fucking screenshotted it, fucking
Right.
right here.
So screw him, man. So screw Tony Moore. I hate that guy. He still wouldn't deny it. I was like, so Tony, do you think I'm part of the KKK? Do you think I'm a Nazi? Whatever. And Tony's like, whoa, and he would just beat around the bush. We went back and forth for like 3 days. Man, that pissed me off.
To anybody who's listening now or who'll be listening later, all this shit's public on Twitter. All of this shit's public on Twitter. You can just fucking find it.
Bro, Tim, one of these days you got to go to the search and just type in my name. Excuse me, just type in my name on Twitter, and you'll see a bunch of fun stuff, or funny stuff rather.
Dude, I actually thought I was thinking today that I was like, dude, I was thinking of ways of being more active on Twitter just to gain some sort of like a bigger following of anything in general, and yeah, dude. So I'll definitely be on Twitter more. You'll be seeing me on Twitter more in the next couple weeks and shit. So I'll give that shit a search, man. And if you get flooded with like random freaking likes and stuff on your comments, dude, I apologize.
It's cool. Rib.
Rip. R.I.P. in peace. So everybody, make sure to do all that YouTube stuff and leave some comments. Nobody ever leaves comments. Come on, man, we're getting it out there, man. Nasser's over here claiming to make comics great again, and I appreciate them for that. Even though you are going to get a lot of backlash for that phrase. Because nobody likes Trump. I mean, there's a lot of people who love Trump. I'm not going to say nobody likes Trump, but that make America great again. When was America ever great? I can't imagine when. I think America was great. Like, I don't know, never.
Okay, I really don't know. I think at times certain things have been great.
When were
Comics? Comics were great until from the first drawing on a cave wall until about 2013.
You already fucking had me at the cave wall drawing shit, dude. That shit killed me. That's a good joke. I love it. I mean, but it's true. It's 100% true.
I mean, I don't know. Uh I think modern comics are still pretty much my favorite time period in comics, I guess, but uh there, but in the last couple years, there have been like so many bad ones, uh, and it's just taken such an ugly turn. But I mean, the '90s up until like 2012, everything from that is pretty much good.
Okay. I was getting back into comics when the Ultimate Marvel Universe came out, and it was fun. But then I loaned someone volumes 1 through 3 of Ultimate Spider-Man because I was buying it in trades. I would like I didn't even know it was a thing. I was at Barnes and Noble one day with my ex fiance. I was all like, she loved going to bookstores. Boom, put the fucking. I go to the graphic novel section, which is a thing I did not know existed because I'd never been to a bookstore before. And then, boom, freaking Ultimate Spider-Man. I'm like, I think it was like $17 for the first volume. I was like, boom, I'm buying this shit. So I loaned my first 3 volumes to a buddy of mine, and then but his room was in the basement, and he had him on his floor, and his freaking house flooded. So that shit's got damaged real bad. That shit's got damaged real bad. And then and at the point I was at the right before Carnage was about to be introduced, and then I was reading a bunch of shit online about like how they introduced Carnage and stuff in the books. And I was like, oh, I don't, that doesn't even sound good. I'm not gonna follow this shit anymore. I'm not gonna buy this shit anymore. And then I just quit buying it, dude. And then I wasn't buying comics anymore. Every once in a while, I'd walk into a shop and I'd buy like an issue of Hellblazer. But
Hmm. Rip. I'm just checking group chat messages, and I guess the stream ended, but like fans still have the link, so they're still like hopping on just to talk to each other.
oh, and the Ethan one,
Yeah.
yeah, I might hop on that shit here in a second.
If you could get
No,
in.
I gotta go shower. What am I talking about? I gotta go shower.
Oh man, same. Like as soon as we hang up, I'm gonna go shower too.
Hell yeah. Everybody, thanks for watching, and go and back Brutus, the badass, because I don't know, it just looks awesome. Nasser fucking wrote it, and the art looks great. And I showed you guys how to find it on Indiegogo. It's really easy. You just go to Indiegogo.com, type Brutus. That's all you have to type is Brutus. It's the first thing that pops up, and boom, like do that shit and make my boy fucking millions of dollars, so he can pay his student loans.
Yeah, and if we make a movie, we're gonna have The Rock play him.
The Rock, you can't have The Rock play you. You're gonna have there's this funny Arab dude that's in
No, no, no.
that
I'm talking about Brutus. I'm saying if we get a Brutus movie
oh
made.
no dude no we need to get Vin Diesel a fucking Brutus wig. We need to make it look like really fucking shitty, but like I'm not saying that Vin Diesel's shitty, but I'm just saying like we got to get like make it obvious that it's like a costume and makeup and shit, dude. Like I don't know. I think it'd be like The Rock is the only person that's huge enough publicly. He's the only publicly person that's huge enough, I think. But I don't think in a movie he necessarily has to be huge, dude. He just has to be fucking. You just have to use like the right camera angles to make him look tall and intimidating and like all that shit. And I know enough about cinematography to reason make that shit happen. I'm not gonna film it, but I just know enough about it where I can give some pointers because I know you're gonna be an executive producer and whatever, man. I love you guys and peace.
Peace.